So can you tell the judges about your project?
Yes, so my project, Kale or Tail, is about the power of suggestion and what it can make you believe or what you can make yourself believe with it.
So what question were you trying to answer with your project?
So the question I was trying to answer is, do people think that they can smell something that's not there?
So tell me what you did.
So basically I baked 2 batches of chocolate chip cookies and I left one batch alone and the other batch I dyed green. Now, after I baked the cookies, I went out and my test subjects were told that the cookies with green in them had kale in them. They didn't. I just wanted to see if they thought they could smell a difference by having them smell each of the different cookies.
Where'd you come up with that idea?
So I love to bake, and our teacher told us that behavioral sciences our first year might be a challenge, so of course I took it, and I had recently read an article about how if you tell yourself oh, this is a panic-worthy situation, even if it's not, your mind is automatically going to go into panic mode. But if there's a real emergency, like fire in a building, you know automatically what to do without panicking, which I thought was cool, and so I came up with this idea basically just out of my interests.
So what did you discover?
So I discovered that the power of suggestion isn't really that powerful, at least in adults. And so prior to doing my project, I had thought that, oh, the power of suggestion is this great force, and it's I basically thought of it as hypnotism, which it isn't. And after completing my project, I learned that, at least within my test sample, that people really aren't that susceptible to the power of suggestion.
So what did your data tell you?
So my data told me, right here, my data told me that the majority of people cannot tell a difference. They could not smell a difference between the 2 cookies. And part of that might have been the chocolate chips, as I got many complaints saying that the chocolate smell was overpowering the actual smell.
So what went well and what didn't go so well in the new project?
So I think what went well is that my test subjects were very enthusiastic, and even though I was testing within a very closed off area of space, such as a condo unit or a business, that the secret didn't really get out. I told people afterwards, but they didn't tell anyone else. And I also liked that they gave me honest answers. They weren't trying to find the trick. They weren't trying to see what is she really doing. So I think that helped. And what I don't think went well was that, again, I used the chocolate chips, and many people stated that they were overpowering the scent. And also, I only tested adults, and I think if I had tested kids versus adults, it would have been a lot better, since I would have 2 groups and to see which one is more susceptible to the power of suggestion.
So what would you do differently?
Basically, I would do the things mentioned earlier, taking out the chocolate chips and testing a wider range of people, including children. I would also test in one spot, as I moved around a bit. I tested in a business, and then I tested in Florida. So those.
And how does your project relate to the real world?
So it relates to the real world in many ways, but the most prominent way is through advertising. If you can make someone believe, for instance, that your water has special minerals in it, or that or anything else, that people will buy more of it, use it in marketing, to make sure that people buy your product, even if what you say about your project isn't necessarily true.
Do you have anything else to add?
I think that's it, and I just hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.